Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my April monthly budget with me. If you have been on my channel before, you may notice that I am in a different setting today. I have a different background. I am currently at the beach with my family over Easter weekend, and although looking at my budget and budgeting is probably the last thing I want to do on a little vacation trip, I knew I wanted to get this video up for you guys and I needed to get it done anyway. So we're gonna do this real quick together while I'm here, and I hope that you don't mind. Let me know what you think of this setup. I know it's not ideal, the window's behind me, but hopefully it works so that I can film sometimes when I'm here if I need to like film a sit down video like this at any point. Okay, so basically in these budget with me's, what I do is I go over my previous month's expenses. We talk about kind of what my goals were, how much I wanted to spend in each category of my life, and then we go through like if I was able to put some savings away, what bills I had to pay, and then I make a budget for April and I kind of think through what I have going on in the next month and set a budget for each area of my life as well. What really helps me with my budgeting is using a personal credit card that I put all of my like personal variable expenses on, and then my Chase Sapphire Preferred card comes with the Chase app where it kind of categorizes everything for me, so it saves so much time when budgeting, and then I just kind of plug everything into this spreadsheet because I can be more detailed here. Anything that comes up that's not shown on my credit card I can add in, and it's easier to show you guys as well. So let's just go ahead and get started with this. Let me pull up my budget. I use a spreadsheet I got from Etsy. It's a few dollars. I always link it below, and again I just kind of edit it to make it what I need to be. But I'm actually going to start with bills this month. So I paid my internet, which I split with my roommate. This is my full rent, my pet insurance, electricity and water we get at the very end of the month. So we don't have that yet. ClassPass, you guys have been using my code a ton, which is so great. So I get a free month. So I didn't have to pay for ClassPass this month, which was awesome. And then my Apple and Spotify bills are already paid, so I can kind of track my bills there. I also automatically give to my Roth IRA, so that's done. Okay, now let's go into these little variable expenses. So in March, I budgeted $50 for gas. I ended up spending $67, so a little bit above. I think I filled up twice. Lyft and Uber, I definitely went over. I budgeted $20 and ended up spending, this was actually, I paid for parking one more time after this. I ran these numbers, so I need to add like $4 because we split a discounted parking. So that comes to $83. And what did I even do? I feel like me and my friends just went out on St. Patrick's Day. We like would go to different bars during the day or in the evenings in Nashville, and just like splitting Ubers, that all really added up. So definitely going to try to bring that down next month. We'll see with the trip I have planned, but hopefully that can go down. Coffee, I also need to add one more coffee to this that I got at the airport and yesterday, actually. So coffee, I budgeted $40, spent about $50. Eating out, I budgeted $150 and spent $180. It was pretty good, pretty close. Groceries, I budgeted $200 and only spent $262, so that's amazing. Really good with food wise. Just the Lyft and Uber kind of took it over the top. For entertainment, what did I do this month? Oh, you know what I do have to add in here that I totally forgot to add? Did I put it in my February budget? My Olivia Rodrigo concert ticket. Yes, I put it in my February budget. Okay, we don't have to do that, but I did go to Olivia Rodrigo at the beginning of the month, and I bought a ticket for that, but I paid for it in February, so we're good there. So I really didn't spend any other money on entertainment this month. Beauty, I budgeted $25 about maybe getting my eyebrows done, and I actually got my nails done before I left, which I think came out to $70. Shopping and personal, I budgeted $100. I spent $113. That's just like 2 little Amazon purchases, and then I got Newly for the first time, which I do feel like it was really beneficial. But that was in here. I had like the discounted first month, and I do have just their normal like affiliate code like I do with ClassPass that gets you guys $30 off your first month, and I think I get $10 off my next month. So if you're interested at all about like clothing rental, it was super helpful being able to get clothes for my trips this month, for my Easter dress, things like that. So I am actually a really big fan of it now, and I do feel like it's worth it. Okay, gifts slash baby shower and different things. I budgeted $50. Like I said, I had a few different gifts I was buying this month. I bought, a baby shower gift, a little gift card for someone, and I went ahead and bought my mom's birthday gifts this month, even though her birthday was in April. I got them this month, so that added up to more than I was expecting, but all good there. And then for Spruce, I ended up getting him some new toys this month that I normally don't do. So along with his normal, like food, litter, things like that, and I normally spend about $50 a month, but this month it came to $87. Travel, nothing new this month, and then I have nothing really for other because everything else fit into a category. So let's see what my totals are. So this month I wanted to only spend $785, keeping it pretty low, and I was about $200 over that. I spent variably $1,014. I always like looking at the graph of this and the expense breakdown. I can tell that usually like food is the biggest expense for me, which is good. I feel like that's how it should be. Like my groceries are the biggest expense, which is good. And then what was a little bit more this month that I could take down next month? Definitely Lyft and Uber, and then pet and gifts. I'm gonna try to bring down that a bit next month. So that's why I like looking at the pie charts. I feel like that's really helpful. And then my student loans and car payment are done, and I am gonna move over some general savings, my $333, to try and hit my savings goal for the year at the end of the year. Now I made a copy of this spreadsheet for April, and we are gonna move on to my April budget. So let's delete these expected and actual. Those usually all stay the same. Okay, so in April, I know I have one trip planned, and it is a quick weekend trip to New York City with my friends. And I've already gotten the flights and the hotel. We're staying with my friend there, so thankfully that cuts down on costs, but I know like my eating out budget may need to be a little bit higher just for that trip. And just to be aware of like when I'm not traveling, like these first 2 weeks and weekends of the month, I'm going to try to spend less so that when I spend more that weekend, it like balances out by the end of the month. The other thing I've been saving for and want to get this month is a new coffee maker, so we're going to add that into the budget as well. Okay, gas, I am going to stick with $50. Lyft and Uber, I know I need to raise it because last month's was a little too low, and just again, like taxiing or Ubering from the airport into Manhattan is usually pretty expensive. So just for that reason alone, I'm gonna make it $75. Coffee, I'm gonna stick with $30. I feel like I can probably stick around that. Eating out, I'm gonna make $200, and groceries, I'm gonna make $150. So trying to like change that up a little bit. See how that goes. Entertainment, I am going to put, I don't really know what we're doing this day yet. We haven't really made plans, but I'm gonna do $75 just to kind of be safe. I shouldn't need to get my nails done this month unless I get them done at the very end of the month, but I know I want to get my eyebrows done, and that's $25. Shopping and personal, I get my Nuuly, which is like around $100 a month. So now I need to start budgeting for that if I'm going to keep doing that. I probably won't do it every month, but I feel like just the months I know that I need it, and I do feel like I would love to have new outfits for this New York trip and also for some product photo shoots that I'll be doing. So I am going to get Nuuly again this month. I'm going to do $175 total, which is usually pretty high for me for shopping, but I know my gift budget will be low. I don't know if I'll be getting any gifts this month, so we're gonna put $0. Pets, I'm gonna go back to his $50 budget. Travel, I do need to buy a flight. Ooh, this may be an expensive month. I need to buy a flight for a May trip. Guys, I know, I have been on so many flights this year, it's crazy, but hey, we're fitting the flights into the budget. And I may pay for this one with some of my credit card points. That's why I love using a credit card for all my daily expenses, because I can use it for points in the end. But I'm gonna budget $250 for this flight I need to book for May. And then other, we're gonna put for my coffee machine. So the one I'm getting, I got half of it as a gift, and then the other half is $150. We'll say like $160 with tax. So it's an expensive month. April may be kind of expensive, but I think it's just good to budget for this. And like I said, I have been waiting to get this. Okay, so my total for the month, I definitely think I can stick to this because it's kind of a high month, but we'll see where I can save. Maybe I can save a little bit on eating out and on entertainment and shopping to be able to bring this down. But as of now, I'm expecting to spend around $1,200, $1,300 in the month of April. So it's just good to be cautious and just know that like some months are going to be more expensive than others, and that's okay. It's just good to like budget for it and know that it could happen that month and that you can swing it. I want to have the same like savings goals and everything like that to my Roth IRA. Okay, so that is my April budget with me. Short and sweet this month, but I wanted to share with you guys how I did in March and how I'm moving forward in April and budgeting for like a higher spend month. And then come back in my May budget with me to see how I did and to see if I stuck with that or if I even was able to bring it down a bit. That's gonna be the goal. If you guys want a whole monthly reset video, I have already uploaded that. I will link it in the cards and below for you guys. I talk about the goals that I set every month. I set new goals each month. There's always like a middle section that I change up, and this month I did a little pack with me for the trip that I'm on right now actually, and I also share like everything I read, watched, listened to, all of that. We do a whole content roundup. So if you like this type of video, you probably also will like my monthly resets. You probably already watched them, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was somewhat interesting to hear what I spent my money on this past month, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.